What's going on?
Yeah.
This is the Tattered and Tattered broadcast. Yeah. My name is B. David. This is
Young Pete.
Hope y'all had a wonderful day today. Today we are going to be talking about change. C-H-A-N-G-E. Change.
For those.
And, I'll start off. So, some people like change. You know, some people run head first into change. Yeah. They love it. They get bored and they want to see stuff change, period, you know? I know a few people like that. There are other people who cannot stand change. And they do not want things to change. They want things to stay the same, you know? And that's the question I was going to ask you. So, Pete, which one do you like?
I've always been the one who likes to have things be the same way and stay the same way. I'll tell you something that I like to do all the time, and it never gets old.
What?
I like to go to the Universal Studios every year.
Wait, hold on. I like to do that too.
Don't change it for me. I'm fine. Where do you want to go?
I like to do that too. My wife and them don't really like to do that. I like to do it too. And then when we go down there, see, this is what we do. When we go down there, I be going like 2 or 3 times a day. Like they'll go home. And then they'll go back to the resort or whatever, and I'll be like, "Hey, Jude, let's go to Universal."
You find it like the most enthusiastic person.
Okay, go ahead. Hey,
that's seriously. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with not having to travel around the world. Like, you know what it is? I can go stop in somebody's part of their country for like a day, and be cool with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on where we are.
All of us can do that, Pete.
But I'm saying being comfortable. I'm not staying there. No. Oh. Because I realize that even in the comfort of what America gives us, we're really spoiled, man. We have a lot of things that work in our favor to the point where if we go to certain places and villages, we not built for that.
Yeah.
So some people can go and adapt. Oh no, I'm cool.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You mentioned going overseas. I remember going overseas one time. I stayed for a week over in Rwanda. I was about take me back to the good old U.S. of A.
What? When did it kick in?
No, I wasn't talking about that.
No, I just want to ask that one question. When did it kick in while you were there?
Look, when I was looking at them dirt floors
for the first day
and them smells and boy, so I was like, "Woo, take me back home."
As soon as you went in, you had a countdown clock.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I went there. I was looking at what was going on in the country and stuff like that. But I was like, "Oh my God,
that's a lot."
I was just like, we are privileged for real. Okay, so let me tell you about me. So as far as change goes. I'm 50-50, all right? Me and Pete, we kind of had the same personality. I'm kind of an introvert. Usually introverts are people who don't like a lot of change. They like consistency. They like to be comfortable. They don't like disruption, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely in the middle because I can get bored. And when I get bored, man, I am ready to go. I am ready to change, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's funny how it happens to me, but it's like, because I like being comfortable.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I like that, you know?
Of course.
But man, sometimes I'm like, I gotta change. I
change.
gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta step out and do it, you know? And check this out. I mean, some people though, and this is the thing, some people don't like change and they don't want to change, but change is inevitable.
Now that's what I was thinking on my drive coming over here and doing. I was like, it's crazy that we say the word change, but we try not to adhere to what the word really means, and it's inevitable. The fact that you can change and the fact that you have to change means that we cannot stay the same and we cannot be in the same place. But it's inevitable. And how do you not change? You cannot not change. That's the part that's wild. So, whereas as much as we like to do the same thing.
See, Pete kind of deep, y'all.
No, at that moment, it hit me. It hit my spirit. It just hit my spirit.
Jennifer told me I like spirit change. See, all right, go ahead. Don't ignore that.
Just because you put the word spare before change. Just because. It's not the same thing, baby.
Listen, but change is inevitable. Change is part of the human condition. So it's like, you cannot stay the same. And this is the funny thing. If you try to stay the same, if you try to keep coasting and stuff, because see, this is what God does. God brings you up to a window, right?
Yeah.
And he says, okay, it's time to change. And if you want to stay comfortable and you don't want any disruption, you tend to ignore that.
Of course.
It's like, I don't want to do it. So The next window comes. It's time to change. It's time to change. You ignore it again. All of a sudden, something happens to you. Disruption comes. Boom.
Disruption.
Something comes to make you uncomfortable. Something comes to make you unsettled. So then you have to change.
And this is where I'm asking you this. Is it possible to keep your environment the same and not change that? Because I notice there's people who grow, let's say we go to school. There's a systematic institution of grades. Every year we know we leave in kindergarten, we go in first. We leave first, we go to second. When we get out of school, right? When we get out of the system, it's called real life.
Yeah.
Now the irony of real life is you're not obligated to go to the next grade next year. So some people find this safe space of going through the same thing for the rest of their life. They get the job, they get the house, they get the routine, and their environment stays the same. Some people stay at the same job till they die. And nothing about their environment changed. Now, what do we say about that? Because their comfort may not come from them changing, more so than take them out of their environment. And that's something that's happened a lot with me.
That's funny you said. I heard something. I
like that.
I heard something recently. I think it was Kelly Price. She was talking about, stepping outside of your environment. Because she was saying that if things aren't changing in the environment that you're in, change the scenery. Step outside of your environment and do something different. She was even talking about maybe you need to move. You know what I'm saying?
But you see what she's doing? She's encouraging you to do that. For those who aren't encouraged, they don't see the need for that change. And some of them don't change. So you're saying the things that we need to do, even as a people, we're forced to change in let's say our growth as humans.
Right.
As people, we're forced to change. But what's crazy is we can hide in our environment and not even change.
That's true.
When you chase a rabbit, they run in a hole. They're not coming out. So,
but I'm gonna tell you something. Like I just said, though, at some point, though, something's gonna come in your life to cause some disruption in your life, to force you to do something different.
So when a storm comes in real life, when weather hits us, we still go in the house. If the house don't blow down, we stay there. The storm came though, but we found a way to still stay in a place unless it tore down. And if it doesn't tear down, we still run to this place of safety. But then we miss something though. If we stay in that place, can we miss something? Because remember in the word where Moses took the slaves and he was supposed to get them to the promised land. But they got stuck in this place called the wilderness. And the wilderness is a form of what? Consistency and comfort. And they missed it. Well, it became for them not being obedient and not wanting to change. It became comfortable because they got lost. Some people actually,
they were circling around in the wilderness. Yeah.
So no one cared about changing the circle. They just kept doing it, but it missed them. Something missed them.
Yeah.
So if we don't change, is it possible that we can't stay the same, but we just miss something?
I think, well, maybe. When you were saying that, I just started thinking about this week, and I don't know if you guys know, repeating his analogies. Jennifer, you're right. Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Love that scripture,
Yeah. As long as they clear. I'm trying to paint pictures.
Listen. So this week, got to let y'all into something, a window into my life right now. So I turned 44 last Tuesday.
Congrats.
Thank you. But the day before I turned 44, I was depressed. And it wasn't like the whole day I was just totally depressed and down, but I was just down inwardly. I was emotional, because I just started thinking, I was like, I started thinking about what I haven't done. And I started thinking about, what I still need to do. And all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm changing to 44. I'm getting older now. And so the reality set on me, like, okay, there's so much more that you still haven't done. There's so much more that you really need to go after. You haven't been as focused as you should be. And, you haven't been doing everything you should do and all these things like that. And, but then, I can hear the Bible in one ear. First of all, give thanks. In everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus. And I can hear Brene Brown in the other ear about being grateful, about the seasons that you're in, and when God is doing something new, in your life overall. That doesn't have a lot to do with change, but it's like where I am right now is I know God is trying to take me into a new season, and he wants me to do something different, you know? And now I'm just wide open. I'm like, God, you know, help me to embrace it all. But at the same time, help me to be grateful for everything that you have done in my life. Because I mean, when I look at everything in my life, it's like I've done a lot. You know what I'm saying? God has allowed me to do a lot of stuff. So, you know, I'm just like, God, you know, as I'm changing into this new season of my life, you know, help me to embrace that change. Help me to embrace what you're trying to do, you know, in me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because since you're vulnerable right now and you're sharing that, I want to ask you, what do you feel like you still haven't done? Like, what have you felt you left on the table that's still there for the taking? What is that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't even know. I think now at this stage of my life, because at one stage of my life, I was like, you know, I want to win some Grammys. And I want to be famous. Stop. I want people to know me. You know, I want all this stuff. But now I'm just like, you know, I just want to be effective. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is, well, when people come into my presence, that they're leaving differently. You know what I'm saying? And that they're not leaving the same way.
That's the key. That's the major key. You said it. The word that if y'all tuned in and y'all listening, effective. Because again, if we're thinking about what we haven't done, in a weird way, we're being selfish. Because there's things that we have done that has affected people positively. As much as we've made mistakes, there's a lot of things I'm sure that we've impacted people with in a positive way. And that, to me, is a sign of success in itself. And that's where you can't be hard on yourself, because the way we move, we want so much. But the irony is, even the much that we want, it can still be surpassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a picture. It was really cool. It was a picture of Jesus, and it was like he looked like a light-skinned Jesus, right? He had a big teddy bear behind his back, and there was a little girl with her little teddy bear, and she's holding it, and he did like this with his hand out.
Right. I saw that pic.
You know, I was the most because I'm looking like, if we understood what we thought we needed to do and accomplish, it's still a laughing matter to God himself to say, oh, a Grammy. Oh, so you want a Grammy. That's cute. That's real cute, because that's a nice little record player. That's gold.
Now don't put me in the ground because I said I want a Grammy.
No, but I'm just giving you the picture. I'm giving another analogy. That's for Deb. Because you want that. But again, what if God puts you in the White House? What if he puts you in places?
Right. You're right. Something even greater.
What?
That's
you're talking to dignitaries.
Like you're right. Mm-hmm.
You're touching other continents, man. The Grammy touches some studios, and they get some notoriety here in the country. Yeah. But when you cross overseas and you go to places where you don't know how to, you need a Rosetta Stone. But then you don't get a Rosetta Stone because you got a translator. A
Rosetta Stone.
You get what I'm saying? But you got a translator. Then you say, God, you're good, because those Grammys don't come with a translator.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We just dropping seeds and nuggets.
Amen.
But that's it.
I like that. People get so caught up in fighting change, we forget to embrace it. Yes. Embracing the inevitable, you know what I'm saying? Embracing what's actually happening in our lives, embracing what God wants to do, you know, in our lives. I mean, simple thing that always comes to mind when I think about change is do something different. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Commit to do something different. If you see your life as stagnant and going in one direction, doesn't seem like anything is changing. All right, change. Do something different. You know what I'm saying? That's God telling you to do something different.
Well, I'm gonna raise my hand for both of us. If y'all don't understand and y'all don't know, this right here is different. We were never known. You couldn't tell me last year that me and my bro would be on a platform talking about what we talk about on the phone and at lunch and in each other's house. This has changed at its finest. And we didn't when B. David, let's give a little Tatted and Tattered history. When B. David created the idea and it came to him, he came to me and curated it by saying, bro, I want to bring you in and this is how it can work. He was like, you know what I want to do? I want to let's try it. B. David said, let's, you know what, Pete, I just want to try it, see what happens. Because and I said, bro, if you're going to do this, we're not gonna try it. We're just gonna do it. You know, but what I'm saying is we don't do this. When you're coming from singing, performing, writing, you know, leading, everything is in a world of creativity musically. What are we doing sitting behind a camera and just on a couch?
Well, this is creativity.
And that is, but it wasn't the form in which I thought we would be.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's such a change.
Yeah.
I honestly, let me tell you, the first view, I'm going to be honest with y'all. The first time we aired our first one, the first taping, I called B, I texted him, I was like, bro, I'm so nervous. And trust me, sorry, we did it. I did. We did do a good job with making sure we can get whatever we need to get put in place. But right before he said it's going to play at this time, I had butterflies, y'all. I was old. When I was so nervous. I think I went to the restroom like twice. Yes. You know, it was really heavy. But that's when I knew that change sometimes, if not most times, comes with something that's bigger than you. And that's when you know God is in it. Yeah. Because if we can do it, then what does God need to do for us?
I love what Debbie just said. It says fear keeps us from embracing change in order to make progress. So you have to fear. And the next part of it is about leaning into, but I remember the phrase that we used to say. It's like, you know, feel the fear and do it anyway. Oh, that's what she said. Lean into it and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, you have to step out and be brave enough to embrace, you know, the next level, to embrace whatever you're about to go into, what God is sending you into. So I mean, that is exactly where I am right now. I'm like, man, you know, God, what else do you want us to do? And so all these different ideas are like coming. So even what you're saying about Tatted and Tattered, that's where this came from. Because I was like, man, you know, I want to do something different. I want to impact people in a different way that is catered towards something I love to do, to talk to people, you know what I'm saying, about anything, you know what I mean? And then also, you know, show off my tattoos, you know what I'm saying, that I'm different, that I could be a believer and I could be different, you know? And so, yeah, then that's kind of how that happens. Like, you know, it birthed creativity, you know what I'm saying? So,
were you nervous though when it hit you, even as it being a great idea, a great concept?
I think I was nervous. I was thinking, I just want to try it. And that's why I came to you and I was like, let's just try it.
Let's try it.
You know?
Let's see what happens.
I was like, let's just do it. Let's just jump out there and do it, you know? So I think that's what we're really encouraging you guys to do. Is like, just jump out there. You know what I'm saying? Just feel the fear. Do it anyway, you know? Don't think about the outcome necessarily, because if God is putting it inside of you and it's something that you know you should do, just jump out there and do it, you know?
And if it's something you know you shouldn't be doing anymore.
Right. Leave that alone.
Leave that alone.
Leave that alone.
Even if you don't know where it's going after that, it's called a conviction. And those things, you can't ignore it. Don't hit a bypass switch on that. Keep moving forward. And I've been in a season now recently where I've been in a long journey with music. And I had to step to a new journey with an opportunity for God to show me purpose now. And my gift is still my gift because it comes with no price. It's free, right? So we still use it. But then it has introduced, because of what God has spoken into his heart, he brought me in it. But this has introduced a whole new level of relationship and communication and journey and in purpose.
Yeah, you know what, too? And we're going to wrap it up soon. But I wanted to say this, you know. There was something that happened to me in regards to change that kind of drove me backwards, actually. It drove me into a hole. It drove me into hiding.
What was that?
Well, it was a situation surrounding my music and stuff, and I don't want to give any specifics with it. But after that whole situation happened with where I was with my music, recording, and different things like that, I started feeling like, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do. You know, that's how the change impacted me. It's like, maybe I'm not supposed to do it at this level. You know, so I retreated and I started doing other things.
Was there a response or some form of feedback that made you feel that form of?
I don't think so. It was me. It was me. It was me pulling back and not really jumping out and going into that area anymore. Now, I'll tell you what it did do. Even though I went into hiding in that area, I started to blossom more administratively and creatively, you know. So it was a bad thing that happened and it was a good thing that happened. But now I'm like, you know, those passions are coming back, and I really, really want to just jump out there and just do something different, man. Look, I want to record. I want to, you know, get back into the studio, put some records down. And the thing work with my guy right here.
We got this, stuff, man. Listen, we got this because the thing about change is it's so awesome because it leaves you guys anticipating. You guys don't know what's happening. We still like, Lord,
we got some stuff coming.
Come in. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about. Now, we got some stuff coming for real. And the truth is, as we're sitting here talking and we're sharing this moment with you, after this is done, we still have things and dreams that we talk about that we're like, God, we need you on this because we've never done it before. Mm-hmm. But we're working to be fearless, and we're asking for that level of fearlessness to be embedded into our lives. So you guys, be fearless. Yes. Be fearless. Don't worry about where the next grade is coming in, where the next level's coming in. Just like what Steve Harvey said. Man, jump off of that cliff.
Jump off of that cliff.
Jump off of that cliff.
You know what else he said?
What did he say?
He said there is no plan B. He said there's only plan A. He was like, you need to go after plan A.
Who made up plan B?
Stop thinking about plan B.
Thank you.
Just do plan A, you know.
That's like having a side piece.
All right, so last thing I want to say to y'all, me and Pete are actually going to be at the Atlanta Tattoo Convention this week. So we're going to be recording some things there and hopefully doing a few interviews and stuff like that. Hopefully my boy going to get tatted up while he's there.
We got space.
So the next show that we have is going to be a recorded show because it's going to be just stuff that we recorded while we were there at the tattoo convention and stuff, just to let you guys see what's going on in the ATL and stuff that we love. Also, too, today is my wedding anniversary. Just want to say happy anniversary to my wife, Debbie.
Aww.
Yes.
Aww, hearts.
Yes.
Can we get some hearts, people?
Love you, honey. Happy anniversary.
No heart. No.
And as always, we end like this. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. We will see you guys soon. All right, cool?
Amazing.
Love
There's a heart.
Uh-oh, one heart. See y'all.
All right. Yo.